Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 5 and we have 7 group members, which is Izzati, Atika Rosli, Fahana, Adawiyah, Atira, Atika Anwar and me, Anisha. So we will present about the demand of food delivery service among UNIKM MITEC students during post-pandemic.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Adawiyah binti Muhammad Rahimi. So today I'll be presenting about our case study, which is survey on the demand of food delivery services among UNIKM MITEC students during post-pandemic. As for the introduction, food delivery service are the most popular thing nowadays. It has been used by many people, including young, old students, and many more. This is because this food delivery service provides several advantages to the customers, those who use it. It also provides door-to-door food delivery services. Food delivery is a courier service where a food delivery company is free to deliver to the customer. Therefore, the demand for food delivery service is high compared to eating at stalls or restaurants during post-pandemic. With such a service, it makes it easier for all groups to buy food because it saves cost and time for those who want to find food. For example, if they want to eat breakfast with lunch, dinner or high tea, they do not have to bother to go out using a car or motorbike and just to find food. In addition, not all users can anticipate what happens. Therefore, the use of food this delivery service has a high demand because it is very convenient and helpful for those who want to find food. For the first problem statement is presence of COVID-19 virus that still exists. As is well known, although COVID-19 transmission is declining, it still has a risk to students from being exposed to COVID-19. This will worry some students to go out to buy food and go in places that have a lot of people. With this, the student chose to sit in a room to take precautions in the way the student use the food delivery service so that they would be spared from COVID-19 outbreak. The second problem statement is the students do not have a vehicle to buy food off campus. This is because if students want to eat outside of campus, they need a vehicle, either a car or a motorbike to buy food outside. This makes it difficult for them to get off campus. It may be easy for students who have their own vehicles, but for those who do not have their own vehicles, will have trouble buying food outside. It is proven that vehicle problems can be one of the causes and reasons for students not to buy food off campus, and this in turn will cause them to look for other alternatives such as using food delivery service, for example, GrabFood, Foodpanda, Lalamove and others. So the last problem statement is the cafe does not have many options, and sometimes the food in the cafe will also run out quickly. This is because there are some students who have a busy schedule with classes from morning to evening, and this will cause their classes to end at a relatively late time. Therefore, the food in the cafe will run out due to the high demand by other students. Apart from that, the food in the cafe also does not have a variety of food options that can attract the interest of students. This is because students are young people who have an interest in food according to their taste. As such, students prefer to buy food out of the campus. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nur Atira binti Salahuddin. So I will present the objectives of this case study. So the firstly is to study the factor influencing student using delivery service. Secondly is to to understand the demand of students for delivery service. Next is to investigate the highest usage of food delivery service among the student. And lastly is to study the effect of post-pandemic on food delivery services among students. So next is research question. So the firstly is, what are the factors that influence students to use delivery services? Secondly, why do students choose to use delivery services? And next is, what food delivery services are often used by students during post-pandemic? And the lastly of the research question is, what is the impact on the food delivery service used by students during the post-pandemic?
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Nur Farhana and I will present to you for Chapter 3, which is Research Methodology. Chapter 3 will provide an outline of the research method used in this study. The goal of this chapter is to describe the method that the researcher will use to collect raw materials and data to find the information that will be used for the research. This ensures that the information is completely abstract before the researcher transform all the data into useful information. This chapter also discusses how the title of this research is carried out. Data will be gathered using quantitative research methodology and the instrument used in primary data collection. Quantitative analysis is a method for testing empirical hypotheses by investigating the relationship between variables. Furthermore, these variables can be calculated typically using instruments, allowing numerical methods to be used to evaluate numbers results. The secondary for this research may use journal, article, and books. This method will briefly explain the study framework, quantitative method, research instrument, research methodology, study respondent, data collection method, and data analysis method. Questionnaires are also used in this research to collect the necessary information. In this study, 30 respondents will be chosen to complete the questionnaire. Next is research instrument. This research will conduct use of two types of data, which is primary data and secondary data. Both primary and secondary data are used to help the researcher to find the data about the demand of food delivery service among uniquely minded students during post-pandemic and assist in gaining a better understanding of the research topic and assisting in the data collection process. The first one is questionnaire that we use as primary data. This questionnaire will be distributed to all uniquely minded students by using Google Form. This study will collect information from respondents through a questionnaire. This questionnaire consists of 3 sections and a set of questions that are simple for the respondent to understand and answer. Section A is about the demographic of the respondent. Section B is a question based on independent variables, which is transportation, variety of choice, and issue COVID-19. Section C is a question based on the opinion of food delivery service during post-pandemic. The questionnaire will distribute to around 30 respondents. Second is secondary data, where we use journal and article. The journal and article will be used for secondary data in this study. This article and journal serve to support the researcher research data and strengthen the research. We move to research methodology. The process of conducting research is referred to as research methodology. It includes the tools and techniques used to conduct specific research or discovery. The data for this study will compile as a graph and translate into a table based on the feedback from the questionnaire. As a result, it is critical to select an accurate method that is compatible with the research objective. The component of this research will be divided into 2 parts, which is data collection method and data analysis method. We go to data collection method first. After creating the questionnaire, we conduct a pilot test to ensure its validity and reliability before distributing the questionnaire to respondent. We choose the questionnaire as a data collection tool because it is more appropriate for this research since Unical Market has almost 1,000 students. Next is a data analysis. Data analysis is the process of converting raw data collected from a questionnaire into useful information. In data analysis, the researcher uses a simple graph and the table as a tool to create data. This is the conceptual framework for this research. The dependent variable is the demand of the food delivery service among unique Almaty students during post-pandemic. The independent variable is transportation, variety of choices, and issue COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurzati Fatim binti Muhyiddin and I will present about the chapter 4, which is finding and discussion. So, basically in this chapter, the researcher will discuss the result based on the questionnaire distributed to the students at Unique Almaty. From the data gathered, it may help to identify the demand of food delivery services among Unique Almaty students during post-pandemic. So, there is 3 types of question, which is section A, that is demographic, contain details of the respondent. There is a gender and level of study. Next is section B, that is multiple question, which contains 6 questions. And last but not least, section C, which represent a question with a choice of yes or no answer. So this is to indicate the respondent agreement or disagreement with the topic discussed. For section A, the first question is related to the gender of the respondent. The data show only 12 male students answered the questionnaire out of 30 target respondents, which represent 40%, while active female students answered the questionnaire, which represents 60% of the majority percentage. Referring to the graph above, the results show that more females use the food delivery services. This is because the population of students who stays at Unique Almaty hostels are mostly female, while the number of men who stay in the hostel is less than women. Next, for the second question is the level of study of the respondents. It showed that the level of respondents who took different level of study, which is diploma and degrees, that have been answered the questionnaire are equal. The percentage was 50% of diploma and 50% of degree, that represent a total 15 students from diplomas and 15 students from degrees. Alright, we move on the third question that on the section B, which is frequency of using food delivery service. Based on the chart shown in the slide, the majority of the respondents use the food delivery service is several times a week, that 40% of the data. The second highest frequency of using the food delivery service by the respondents is several times a month, which represent 36.7% of the data. Then followed by the 13.3% very seldom of the food delivery service usage from 4 respondents, and the lowest percentage of 10% that represent a total of only 3 respondents that use food delivery service every day. The fourth question is related to causes to order from food delivery services. Based on the chart, the majority of the respondents was bored of the cafeteria's food and wanted something different, with 14 majority, which is 44.8% of the data. The second highest frequency of ordering food by using online food delivery from respondent because they don't have transportation, which represents 10th frequency and 34.5% of the data. The lowest frequency and percentage of what causes respondent to use delivery does not want to take risk of gathering at a crowded cafe, with 6 votes, which represent 20.7% of the data. Next is fifth question, which is a meal that respondents typically order from online food delivery. Based on the chart, the most common meal ordered from online food delivery is lunch, which represents 46.7% from 14 respondents over 30. This is because they don't want to take any consequence of late serve and waiting too long for their own food, since that is the time everyone goes out for lunch, especially in office hour break. So they prefer to order online than need to rush or scramble with a lot of people. The second highest is meal from dinner, which show that 8 respondents over 30 vote for it and represent 26.7% of the data. Maybe because they feel lazy to go out to buy food, so they order from online food delivery. third highest frequency for meals is snacks with 6 respondents and 20% of the data. Then followed by the lowest meal order from online food delivery is only 2 total respondents, and the percentage is 6.6% of the data.
So my name is Anisha. So based on the chart show how much respondents spend their money on buying online food delivery in every order. So the highest result is show 26 to 40 ringgit, which is 30 student. The amount should be for 1 or 2 students usually buy together and pay half the delivery fee. The second highest is amount around 10 to 25 ringgit with a total only 12 respondents. Then follow with an amount 41 to 55 with total vote over 30 of respondents. Next is the lowest amount that is really seldom with only 1 respondent voting is over to 30 respondents. It is because the amount is just too high for students to easily order every day unless the total amount were combined for 2 or 3 students. So next is referring to the chart that show which food delivery service that respondents are often used in Unique MITech. The often delivery service used are from GrabFood, which is have 14 total respondents. Next is delivery service from Foodpanda, which 12 total vote from students. It is because GrabFood and Foodpanda have more choice and kind of restaurant than other service delivery. The third often used delivery service is Shopee Food, which is only 4 total respondents. There is no respondent for vote other service delivery other than Foodpanda, GrabFood and Shopee Food. And as we know, that is the popular food delivery service nowadays. So based on the chart show, the reason why respondents choose the particular service and the higher reason is because that service has a wider variety of choice and it's made respondent not bored by only buy the same food and not others. It represents 14 total over to 30 students. Then follow with the reason is the availability of the restaurant or food that respondent want and got coupon or promotion codes with the same frequency, which is 6 total respondents. Getting more coupon or promotion code is the best thing when you want to buy food using online delivery service. While the price is the 4 reason based on the table with only 4 total respondents. The price is also the big reason why that the delivery service is popular among people who like to buy online food delivery, especially for students. So it shows that COVID has affected respondent choice of using food delivery service. So for yes respondent was vote 21 over to 30 students. That was the highest total of respondent. It is because the paranoid ought to avoid any possibility by infected of COVID-19. Order online food might be a risk to respondent itself and to the deliver because it was exposed and we don't know and we can see the disease. Also is to prevent it from spreading. So for the safety and avoid any possibility, it was effect the respondent choice of using food delivery service during pandemic of COVID-19. Meanwhile, other 9 respondents vote for no affected them to choose of using the food delivery service. So even during this endemic phase, respondents still prefer to order food online compared to dine-in. The frequency for respondents to vote yes is 22 total over to 30 students. It is because even during this endemic phase, respondents still don't want to go dine-in to avoid buying to the crowd place or meet people. Otherwise, other food by using online delivery service more easy and don't need to drive can also save time. Then followed by respondent vote no to order food online and prefer dine-in with 8 total over to 30 respondents. Since it's been a long time that cannot to dine-in, so they might be bored to just take away or order from online delivery service. Did respondent did not mind spending more money on food delivery service. So based on the table show that 19 respondents was vote to yes that they did not mind about spending money on food delivery service. Mostly the reason is because the student want to fulfill their desire for food and did not mind about money. Then it follow respondent that vote no for spending more money on food delivery service with 12 students. It is because the price might be high for students include the delivery fee when have no coupon or promotion code for each order. So, in conclusion of finding and discussion, students prefer online ordering, which can save their order and reorder food in seconds. Due to quarantine trends in purchasing behavior have changed due to the rapid growth of mobile device and apps that make it easier than ever to browse and order food delivery by using online services. So students will continue to buy food through online as they appreciate the convenience of online shopping during the pandemic. Even if the quarantine session is over, students will be careful and they will still prefer to shop at university because this is actually a long-term trend that is likely to continue during the post-outbreak in the future. In summary, this study is able to provide findings that prove that using online food ordering is quite popular among students of UKM MITEC, and the perceived convenience related to online ordering is the most important factor among students.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Atika binti Rosli and I'm going to continue with the presentation on chapter 5. So for suggestion, we understand that students most prefer Grab food delivery service, and so we suggest the students to order on this food delivery app due to its benefits and its offers. We also suggest other food service delivery like Shopee Food, Foodpanda to learn from Grab food marketing skills because these successfully created a huge demand among UniKL students. First, as a food delivery service, they need to offer various types of food that consumers like so that we can have more choices to choose from. The perimeter of the shop in consumer is also bigger to increase more restaurants to be under the radar. Big outlets and shopping malls also make themselves available on the platform, like GrabFood. Next is offering more coupons and promotion to gain more users. The GrabFood users have additional coupons that they can use if they subscribe to the service. The coupon that they offer is also more variety, such as a 50% off and up to 50% off coupons, free delivery, and many more. By doing this, GrabFood successfully increased the demand from consumers on their service application.
And the last one is conclusion. From the data collected, it can be concluded that the researchers are able to determine the unique and MITEC student demand on food delivery services during post-pandemic by adding up the total of votes received in the overall question of each aspect of demand. The results show that unique and MITEC students are currently in demand in using food delivery services during post-pandemic as yes, which represent demand has the highest amount of total vote. And the most demand online platform that students using for ordering food is GrabFood, which is 40 or respondent vote out of 30. The researcher is also able to identify the most influence factor of student unique and MITEC demand on food delivery services during post-pandemic, which is most of the respondent board with cafeteria food has the most factor that influences them on food delivery. As a conclusion, this research can be considered a success since all the objectives have been achieved. That's all from us. Thank you.